Welcome to One More Be Live with Dani Ke'lly. Aqui é minha host Dani Ke'lly, direct from Los Angeles, California, at the Creation Studios. And today we're gonna have a beautiful, amazing talented guest, Gogo Lomo David.
Hello. What's going on, y'all, in the podcast world? Hi, hello. So good to see you.
Great to see you too. Thank you so much for coming this beautiful Sunday.
Oh, thank you for having me. And this, first of all, if y'all have not been, this studio is so amazing. Your studio here is great. It's beautiful. It's accommodating. For all my local LA people, y'all need to come on down to the studio.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, we made it just for all these artists, now actors, and content creators, musician artists. We are here. We are open to creation, right?
Yes.
For create. That's what we do in LA, right?
That's what we do. We create. Okay? A lot of times we create traffic.
We create
but that's
a lot.
Okay. That's all right.
Especially today, Sunday. I came from the valley and took me 1 hour on Sunday to arrive in Culver City.
Wow.
Like if in Brazil, we have no traffic on Sundays. Everybody's in home, cooking, doing barbecue. No one. But in LA, never stops. How come?
You know, I think a lot of people they're traveling to the airport to go to Brazil so they can go hang out on Sunday.
I love
it.
Yeah, because let me explain you that you are not from LA, but Culver City is very close to LAX, the airport. So people need to go to the 405 and then through Culver City and then LAX.
Yes.
That's why Lomo wants to explain how it works. I think.
Yeah, that was great.
But Lomo, tell me, I heard that you are not from LA, but you are a LA boy now.
Well, okay. I live in LA. I'll never say I'm an LA boy, okay? But I do live in LA.
Yes.
So I grew up in North Carolina. I was born in Pennsylvania. Shout out to my Pennsylvania people. And I grew up in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And I was there my whole life. And went to school there. And then 2016, I wanted to come to LA.
You made the change.
Yeah, it was time for a shift. It was time to come hang out in LA. And yeah, I've been here for 9 years.
So why you made a change? That was why you like, I'm going to go to LA. Why? What's the reason? Work?
It was
dream?
It was for work. I am an actor. Mm-hmm. So I work in TV, film, commercials, and voiceovers. And I graduated college in 2013. And as soon as I graduated college, I got cast in my first movie right when I graduated. And I thought that, okay, I got my first movie. Now I'm going to be famous. I'm like, oh, for this one line.
Which was movie?
It's called Field of Lost Shoes. It was a Civil War movie. But I had one line.
One line.
And I was in one scene. I thought I was going to be famous.
That changed everything.
It changed my bank account for a little bit. But I then continued my progress in North Carolina, going to Louisiana, going to Atlanta, going to Virginia to film. And then I wanted to live in Los Angeles. I wanted to come hang out with you.
Of course.
So I decided, okay, now is the time. I wanted to go earlier, but I was still doing some stuff in North Carolina. And the beginning, January 2016, is when I got on my flight and moved to LA.
Wow, this is amazing. Because for me, I'm a Brazilian. When the first time I arrived in LA, I came to LAX, was a life change. I just saw the lights there and I was like, whoa, that's the place I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
That's what's my feeling. How was your feeling when it comes to LA?
My feeling was, because I had come to LA when I was 16 years old. My mom brought me here for my birthday. So I was visiting LA for my birthday. And that was so fun. I don't know if at that time I thought I was going to live there, but I definitely enjoyed being there. And then when I came to LA in 2016, because I knew it was for my career, I felt that energy of, okay, I have a goal. I have something I'm working towards. It's time to the opportunity is here. Now it's time to seize the opportunity. And that was that feeling coming into LA.
Amazing. Yeah, it's like you feel special in LA than any place else.
Yeah.
Even though I love Rio, I love my country, but LA, there is something special, beyond special, we cannot explain.
Right.
I think it's the chaos, everybody's here.
Yeah.
Everybody's just one place, and a lot of dreams, a lot of thoughts, a lot of talking, a lot of actions, because you have events almost every day.
Yes.
And I see you going to events almost every day. Tell me what's going on in LA.
Listen, I'm outside today. I'm outside in LA. So because of where I have arrived in my career, I'm now a national member of the Television Academy. Mm-hmm. And that particular body of people, they vote on the Emmys.
Yes.
And so right now in LA, it's the FYC season, which is for your consideration. Mm-hmm. So all of the projects that are being considered for nomination are being screened all over LA with the actors there, and then they have a reception. So I've been going to all these different FYC events and taking pictures, meeting different people,
promotion,
and all those things. So I've been, and also for a show that I was in, I was also doing that as well. So I've been outside. I've been having so much fun. I was telling my friends, I said my grocery bill has gone down because dinner is on them.
It's so free. Yeah, I see the actions that you see on Instagram, like here and there. Like, oh, this is amazing. In LA, it's just fantastic how the industry goes around all these events, and then how we can make money, through these events, and also through the week, because after COVID, everything changed, but looks like the economy or the events or the products are coming back. How can you explain us what you see right now in Hollywood, the industry is coming back more stronger, or has a lot of change lately?
With the industry of Hollywood, there has been changes, especially in LA, mm-hmm. because there were a lot of productions that were here before COVID, before the strikes, and those productions are not here, or mm-hmm. they have been cut. And that has been a major shift in LA. There are a lot of people that aren't working, mm-hmm. and that is very unfortunate. I know there's certain legislation that is currently being discussed and talked about to increase the tax incentives here in LA, which I think is a great first step. There's more mm-hmm. to do, and we will see where that goes. But I do feel slowly the trickle of production is picking up a little bit.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be ever at the level that it was. Mm-hmm. Those times may be behind us, but there is a continuing surge of more productions happening because people still have to make content, and you can travel out and go different places, but it's when you're in the heart of where
everything is created.
Yeah, something about being in that energy. If you're not where it's happening, then is it really happening? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where LA is. That's where the industry is with productions in Hollywood.
Yeah, I understand that some productions go to out of state because of tax, or because production is cheaper, location is cheaper. But LA, it is LA. Yeah. You cannot take the magic away.
Right.
You can look at Hollywood. It's
right.
the
Don't take this magic away. We need this magic.
It's the magic, yes. And then I see like people like myself now creating spots where you can talk and connect.
Right.
And then we can create, because we need to create. We need, even though everything shifting or changing, but people are still being so creative.
Yes.
And they're going beyond the bubble. They're going outside the bubble to create.
Yes.
And then also the internet, everything changes a lot, right?
Absolutely.
A lot. Yeah. How about now all this Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all those? Now, like right now, we have more opportunity. I see a lot of movies from outside the country, international productions, but also here in LA. So I see this shift, even though the production changed, but I see a shift on the industry that's just exploding for more opportunities.
Yes, it is a global industry, and it always has been, but now we're seeing it. Like I was just at the screening for Squid Game. Mm-hmm. And it's a totally international TV show that the whole world has participated in watching, and seeing how those type of opportunities, now those actors have a whole nother way of being exposed. They're famous in their country, now they're famous in America, which it's a much bigger market. So yeah, there are those opportunities that are happening and better content is being created because there are more things being created, and so it raises the bar. Because because back in the day you had a couple of networks. Yes. And it was good TV back then, but now you have so many options. Yes. So in order to differentiate yourself, you have to increase your quality. Exactly. And that's what's happening. There's quality content being created in our industry for sure.
That's amazing. This just makes you want more and more to grow and to learn more and to go beyond in all those auditions and projects, right? Projects.
Absolutely.
So a year ago, I ran to you to one of just like amazing events like we have in LA. There's the Beverly Hills Film Festival.
Yeah, shout out to the Beverly Hills Film Festival.
Hi, Nino.
Hi, what's up, Nino? I'll call you. Okay.
Nino, he's my best friend. Forever, ever, my best friend. And I was my first, because I started to do podcasts, so I asked him, can I be the host of the red carpet, to help me out? And he's like, oh, yeah, go ahead. He was like, whoa, but I think I nailed, right? So
yes,
I think
yes,
so.
You did. You shut it down. You literally were on the red carpet, and you interviewed me.
I was having fun.
We had a great time.
Yeah,
it was so much fun. And then through our mutual friend and being back on a production together, I saw you again, and then we made that connection.
Yes, and then a year later, I think it was a year later, right? Was right there, because last year was April.
Yes.
A year later, we had this production. We ran to each other on this production. We are just watching there, sitting down, chilling, having coffee, and watch this commercial. We'll go in the backyard. Yeah. And it was that's how I got really connect with you and to know more. So sometimes it's good to do the network on the events, you see people, but then you run each other again to some place and get to know.
Yes. I mean, and that's so deep right there, because one of the pieces of advice I'll just give to anyone and different creatives, when it comes to networking, it really is about connecting.
Yes.
And when you connect with someone, there's a level of honesty and connection that takes place, and that's what creates the friendship.
Exactly.
When you meet someone, it's not that first time you meet someone they're going to be giving you everything.
Cards, nothing. No.
Yeah, it's just you just meet and connect, and then as you keep going, naturally you will find each other again.
It's the trust and the connection, because sometimes you meet people, but there is no connection. It's not the same mutual interest, like the same way. And some people go, some people stay, so it's like percentage of people you meet at that day or that event. It stays, some go. Like I had met in my life a lot of people, because I was in entertainment before. I was dancing everywhere.
Yeah.
But
you're a star.
Okay? I know, a star. So how many people I know? Now, few people. Mm-hmm. But then I know I can trustworthy. I know they are there. I know they're going to deliver what they say. Right. Because we have to be careful also in Hollywood, right? Yes. It's a lot of wannabes.
It's a lot of wannabes and don't want to do the work.
They don't want to do the work.
You got to do the work.
But they want to get the credit.
But they want to get the credit and not do the work. Because what did they say in school? You need to show your work, okay? Which means you have to do the work, not just have the answer.
Yes, they don't want to do the work. Right. They want the credits. And it's a lot.
Right.
It's a lot. In LA, it's a lot. In Hollywood especially, it's a lot. But tell me now about, I know that you have a podcast.
I do have a podcast.
So tell me about it. I know it's like a morning motivation with Gogo and Natasha podcast.
Yes.
You can find on Instagram, MMGN podcast. I will leave over here.
Yes.
Tell us about what is a podcast about.
Oh my goodness. First of all, shout out to my co-host Natasha. I'm sure she is listening in as this is being shared. So Morning Motivation with Gogo and Natasha is a podcast about shifting your mindset, shift your mindset and you shift your life. And that really is what the whole conversation is with Morning Motivation with Gogo and Natasha. Each episode, the titles literally came to me. So the titles, so we would get the title, like the first episode is called Don't Live in Maybe, where we talk about making definitive choices in your life.
Yes, hard.
And we speak on how maybe is actually a form of manipulation because you're trying to control someone else's reaction. When we get deep into it, we get deep.
It's hard.
Come on. So, yeah, Morning Motivation has those different topics. There's one called Processing Your Privilege. And so every episode, the title will come and then the content will come because me and Tasha would have a conversation and we just happen to press record. So it's really cool to get these different revelations while having these conversations and get to share some motivation.
Yeah, we need that. Especially nowadays, we all need a lot of motivation. I was thinking about this today because yesterday was a hard day for me, for myself. And I say, oh my God, how am I going to hold what I need to hold in something to keep it strong? Some days we feel like a superstar, but some days it's like down the hill. And we need more people like you guys doing the motivation, talk about mental health.
Yes.
That's very important right now. Yeah. And I see that a lot of people say, mental health, no, be good, be mental health, be strong. But how?
Right.
How? If your environment or people around us just want to sometimes make you feel more weak or tricky or make it hard on you.
Environment is so key. And that's why you talk about having just a few people that are in your inner circle that you can trust, because that environment is what is going to push you to the next level. And if your environment is not pushing you, then it's pulling you back down. Come on. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. We got deep. We're getting deep.
We're going to get deep. No, I leave this with Natasha and Gogo for the podcast. Yes, we're not going to go that through this way. Even though I'm really curious, I'm like, just digging there, but no, it's okay. I'll leave it alone. So, Gogo, tell me about your recent accomplishments about the Righteous Gemstones in HBO.
Yes.
I see it was a big thing now, right?
Yes, the Righteous Gemstones. And shout out to my amazing cast, the people that I get to work with, have gotten to work with. The cast of the Righteous Gemstones is so amazing. You're talking about being around amazing actors and actresses and the amazing crew. Everyone comes together to really put their everything into this project. And it's super funny, super hilarious. But yeah, so I was in season 3 and season 4 of The Righteous Gemstones. And it was such an amazing experience. I guest star recurred in the show. And it is a great show. And it's been Emmy nominated. Come on.
Be nominated,
So I'm just happy to be a part of such a great show.
Nice. Yeah. And then after this one, you have another one. Also was I had the honor to watch on TV. That was the Starbucks commercial. That was a big boom now.
Come on, Starbucks! Shout out to Starbucks.
That is Starbucks. Okay.
Yes.
How was the audition with the Starbucks? Because a lot of people went there, right? It was huge.
It was a lot of people. They were searching for the character of Roy for a little bit of time, and so about 10,000 people submitted for my role.
10,000.
Yes. And so I am, to make it through that amount of people, it's amazing that you book anything. So it just makes me so grateful.
Yeah, no, Star.
Yes, Star on Starbucks, yes. So I had such a great time on the Starbucks commercial, and we had a band following me, and we shot in downtown LA. And it was so much fun. Yeah,
we're gonna have this on the editing. The Starbucks, you're gonna watch him. I love to watch it because I can picture myself, because I work on corporation. So after my lunch time, I'm knocked down. I cannot go back to work because after lunch, I arrive at 7, I go lunch at 12. And then by from 12 to 1, I'm like, oh, I cannot go back. So I see the Starbucks commercials, like it's so much like what you happen to us on corporate America, that we are that tired. Exhausted, and then you got the coffee and it's just dancing,
and then you're ready.
Like and then Gogo is dancing like this is what should I do when I go back to office? Be dancing. I drive everybody crazy, but I love the commercial. They nail the commercial, nail how we feel when you after lunch. Even though after lunch it's like crazy,
right? Because that food
goes good,
and then you get that food coma. You just
the
lean
food
back
coma.
and you're like.
Exactly.
So yes.
You see this, guys? You see Tom? Oh, you see this special talent. He has beyond the acting, to be a comedian. Gogo is a vocal voice-over coach.
Yes, I am. So if you need some voice lessons, I do help people with voiceovers and do vocal coaching, and that's been another really cool part of my career. I do work with a band called the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I'm one of their narrators for the orchestra. Have been for 11 years. And so that has been a big part of my voiceover life. And then moving to LA, then I got to work with Netflix and Hulu on some of their dubbing projects. So dubbing projects that were in another language and then doing the English,
like me,
English
speak
version.
Portuguese.
Yes, and I think I've definitely. I think there was a Spanish show that I did the English dubbing for on Netflix called Fake Profile. So I definitely
Fake Profile. I watch it. I love that one. I love the Latinos, the Mexican actors, and they just like so much expression.
Yes.
So you did the voiceover Fake Profile.
So,
I watched that one.
And then see, okay.
I watch everything on Netflix.
So in the second season, I do voice a few characters in the dubbing. So if you listen to the English, then
I will like it.
You'll hear my
my
voice.
Friend, my friend Gogo, and I'm gonna record it for him.
Yes.
I do that one.
But so I do have a couple of tips.
Okay, that was the tips I wanted to know, because I need some tips.
Yes,
I told you, right? I told you I need a vocal coach because sometimes my English. No, I want to be like more.
Okay. Well,
so
that was extreme. You were that was like a guttural. That's releasing the stress.
I can't do that sometimes, but then I'm like.
I love it. I'm here.
I can play.
That was great.
Hi, sexy.
Yeah.
Hello. And then I feel in the shy because I don't want people looking. I like. That's why. Okay.
This is great. Okay, so
tell us.
Here's
ready.
Some tips.
Can you train me so while that is
okay? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell your audience, and then we'll work on some stuff.
Okay.
So one thing about English is a stress time language. Portuguese is syllable timed.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's one of the bigger differences. So
go
and so in English, some syllables are stressed more strongly.
Yeah.
And others are reduced, like the in banana.
Yeah.
So it's not banana, it's just banana.
Banana.
Yeah.
And banana.
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 Yeah.
Banana.
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 Yeah, yes. And I'm gonna skip to another tip that you're doing right now, and it's called shadowing native speakers. Mm-hmm. So shadowing for those is listening to a short audio clip and repeating it at the same time, mimicking rhythm, pitch, and pronunciation. So as we were doing the banana, you were literally imitating me. Yeah. But that's a great way
to memorize.
To learn how to pronounce.
Yes.
Pronounce words differently in English versus in Portuguese. Yeah. So there's that little tip there, and practice sentence stress patterns. What words to emphasize, and usually it's the nouns, verbs, and adjectives. So if you look at different sentences in English, like for example, I want to go to the store.
I want to go to the store.
So you would emphasize want and store.
Oh, I heard that when I was in college and was doing the pronunciation class, speech class. They said that so you have to emphasize some words on the phrase, right? On the sentence.
Yes.
So, I want to go to the store.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go to the store.
Yes. So in that particular case, it's actually you don't have to stress it as much. So like the want is just it's more of the feeling behind because you really want to go there. So it's adding that little emphasis like I want to go to the store.
I want to go to the store.
Yeah, exactly.
I nailed.
It nailed it. Did that.
Yes.
She did that. Okay.
Yeah, see? So if you Brazilian want to come to America or get your classes before coming to America and learn more and nail your English, Gogo.
There you go.
Gogo, I got you, Gogo.
Yeah, Gogo got you.
Gogo got you.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, those are just a few tips.
Love it.
And where you can really work
love it. No, I love it. We need it sometimes. You know why? Because when you're not from, you don't native language in English. It's not our language. So sometimes you go to the store.
Yeah.
And some people, I don't know if they do the purpose or not, and they look at you like, yeah.
Oh, deer in the headlights.
And you're like, yeah. And then you're like, yeah. And then a person like look at you like, yeah. And you like, and then at the end, not only myself, but all my friends, at the end, we don't speak anything anymore.
Right.
We just give up. It's just like,
So you know what? I'm done. I'm out.
And Brazilians are like Italians. You're like, so and then we done. You give up because
Right.
because it's hard to explain. Some people they like, but I know that English, some people, depends on the place in U.S. You speak a different English from another place, or maybe the one word doesn't sound the same with another word.
Yes.
But then we follow the path, and it's like sometimes it's so hard, and like. It's true. That happens.
Yes.
All my friends, when they wanted to make fun, like, I like whatever.
Like, you'll learn.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about the up shows in Netflix. I haven't talked about this one.
Yes, so
what was about the plot?
Yeah, so this is actually the next TV show that I'm going to be in. So the Righteous Gemstones is already out. Everything is done.
Yeah.
So the Upshaws, and this is an exclusive. I have not shared this publicly. Sharing it here for the first time. Okay. Yes, that I am in the new season of the Upshaws, and I come up later on in the season. So the Upshaws will be coming out soon.
Nice.
I'm not even allowed to say when it's coming out, but it's going to be on Netflix.
Coming soon, okay?
It's coming soon.
Okay.
It's coming really soon.
Really
soon. Really soon. But the other seasons are already out on Netflix.
Okay.
So this is their final season that they're shooting. So, but yeah, so that is the show. It's a comedy. It's with Mike Epps and Kim Fields and Wanda Sykes. It is a great and funny show on Netflix. Oh, no,
I want to watch all. He's my friend, but because when I met him on red carpet, you're doing the movie.
Yes,
which one was
Mississippi Scholar.
And you guys got
we won the best drama.
You guys won the best drama Beverly Hills Film Festival 2024.
Yes.
And what was about the movie?
Yeah, it was about a kid from the rough side of the streets
Mississippi,
in Mississippi, and he's trying to better himself, and the streets are trying to keep him down, and my character is actually trying to keep him down.
Bad boy.
So I'm a little bit of a rough one out there, but yeah, so it's a really great coming of age story of this young kid and him finding his way and finding a way out.
Wow.
Is what the
yeah,
movie's
you guys
about.
got it with the best drama.
Yeah.
And 2024 Beverly Hills Film Festival. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you again next year at the
Yes.
festival.
Yes.
With another beautiful drama,
Come
big
on.
one.
Or comedy.
Whatever
it may be.
Or short or whatever, production.
Yes. Well, I'm
Do
going
something.
to show up to just say hey to you. I'm just
Please come.
I'm just going to stop by
Come
and
and
just say
stop by,
hi.
say hi.
Yes.
Red carpet, just go around the party.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun. I love festivals because you get to, and I like the environment. I like the energy because you see everybody over there doing like talk about the project, the movies, and they have all these dreams, and the energy is amazing. And I can tell. And every time someone comes to on the red carpet, actor or a producer or a director, you can see the eyes pops up like a beautiful lights.
Yes.
I couldn't I saw this so many in all of them. They have these bright eyes, beautiful smile, and beautiful energy. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And I was so mesmerized. I was happy to just be there next to everybody on the red carpet.
Yes, being in a festival, the energy, the creativity, the passion is all there.
It's all there.
And you soak it up.
It's like a magic. It's a magical place, But I wish I could go all the festivals, but I have no more energy. I like to be home, watching
you are
TV.
Doing so much. Oh. This is one of the hardest working women in LA.
Really?
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Yes,
thank you.
You are always shutting it down, and I'm so thankful that you asked me to come on to the podcast. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy.
I appreciate you so much. It's so
grateful. No, I'm happy for honor to have you here because I know Gogo, can you come up to my podcast? First, he came to see the studio. I was really happy. He like, everybody here, the studio is brand new, and now you're here. Help me. Supporting Be Live with Dani Ke'lly. It's like we have a lot of podcasts all over, right? Yeah. And to nail a podcast is not easy. It's not easy, but I love challenges.
Yes.
I love challenge.
Yes.
And this is life. This is beautiful to talk about projects, to create, and I love. But thank you so much, Gogo. And
absolutely.
Tell me, before you finish our interview, tell me for your next project, what you have in mind, what's coming up now?
Oh, the next project, well, there's actually a couple things. There is a animated series that I'm in with Al Roker called Weather Hunters, which will be coming out soon, which I'm super excited about that. And there's also, I don't even know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. There is a video game, NBA 2K, the new NBA 2K. There will be a character in there that will look and sound like me.
Nice.
So that is happening as well. So, those are the projects that are happening. And then, of course, season 2 of Morning Motivation with Gogo and Natasha will be coming out later this year in December is what we're looking at. And then there's a new commercial coming out.
Which one?
With Discover Card. With Jennifer Coolidge from The White Lotus, for those of you that watch that show. So that'll be coming out in a few weeks as well.
So you're busy.
I'm never. Listen, I'm telling y'all this thing. I'm never busy, but I'm booked and blessed. Okay,
that's me. That's how it is.
Yes.
And talent. Talent is talent, right? That's what is talent, and also good vibe. Because I see you all the time with the light and talking and having fun, enjoy life, and that is great.
Yes.
And I see your mom. I see your mom on Instagram. She looks so sweet.
Yeah. Shout out to my mother, Sonia Blair, and my dad, Dr. Lomo David. Shout out to both of you all. I love you both. I love my parents, and yes, my mom is here in LA, and she is doing such great work out here. And I'm so happy to have family here. My sister's here as well, in LA. And my nieces and nephews. So shout out to them. Love you all. We're all in the Valley. So I'm very happy to have family here.
Thank you so much, Gogo and Mike. I'm really speechless right now. We have such a much fun as interview and to know more about the projects, to know your career and the Hollywood industry. And I hope you got inspired. Você em Brazil got inspired. And anything you need questions for Gogo, just hit him up. I'm going to leave his Instagram here. And you on YouTube, see you soon the next interview. And thank you so much to be here with Be Live with Dani Ke'lly. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.